This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand for the morning of November 16th, 2022. Brought to you by That's Good HR. I'm Wes Mills. The Idea Center at the University of Notre Dame and Indianapolis-based venture studio High Alpha Innovation are collaborating on a new program that will help guide Notre Dame-rooted research and innovation towards commercialization, but with loftier goals. The partners say the initiative is not only about providing early-stage capital, but to help accelerate software startups that hope to address some of the world's greatest challenges, like sustainability and poverty. Kelly Rich, Notre Dame Idea Center interim vice president, says it's about having an impact.
To make sure that all the great research and innovations that are originating from the Notre Dame ecosystem aren't stuck in a research lab somewhere, right? They make it out into the world, successfully commercialized, so they can make a positive difference in people's lives.
The partners will create an on-campus venture studio, which will be managed by High Alpha Innovation. A biennial survey conducted by the Biotechnology Industry Organization in Washington, D.C., and Ohio-based Techonomy Partners shows Indiana's life sciences industry continues to rank among the top in the nation. According to the report, the state continued its top 10 ranking for life sciences employment and is ranked third for academic biosciences research and development investment growth. Indiana Farm Bureau is out this morning with its annual Thanksgiving Market Basket Survey, and no surprise, it's more expensive this year. Farm Bureau says it'll cost you 14% more at the grocery store over last year. Turkeys are up 11%, stuffing is up 63%. The only item to drop in price was fresh cranberries, down about 6%. Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand is brought to you by the following.
That's Good HR is the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Have an HR, accounting, administrative, or customer service position to fill? Trust That's Good HR to make a match that's good for everyone, whether temp to hire, or a direct hire placement. For 22 years, That's Good HR has been handpicking employees and employers through a highly personal and authentic approach that delivers long-term results. Visit that'sgoodhr.com. Remember, the match matters.
Get ready, Northeast Indiana. We're headed your way. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business November 29 at Fort Wayne's Grand Wayne Convention Center for Engage Northeast Indiana. We've assembled the region's top business, community, and philanthropic leaders for a discussion on the issues shaping the future of Northeast Indiana. From attracting top talent to workforce and economic development, we'll explore what's working and big ideas for what's next. RSVP by November 18 at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
Evansville-based Berry Global Group is reporting fiscal full-year net income of $766 million compared to $733 million in 2021. The company is also reporting fiscal fourth-quarter net income of $233 million, up slightly from $228 million during the same period last year. An economist at the Federal Reserve Bank in Chicago says Indiana's soaring farmland values are mostly due to improving grain prices, but he says those values are also playing catch-up in the Midwest market. David Oppedahl tracks farmland values and credit conditions. He says the value of good quality Indiana cropland is 29% higher than the same period a year ago.
Corn and soybeans in particular, given the higher prices this year, even though inputs costs have gone up some as well, it's still a pretty favorable year generally.
According to the Chicago Fed, the price of corn in September was 2% lower than in August, but still 30% higher than a year ago. Indiana had the biggest year-over-year increase throughout the Midwest region, which includes all or part of Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Michigan, and Wisconsin. District-wide, farmland values climbed 20% in the third quarter from a year ago. Gleaner's Food Bank of Indiana says it's relaunching its drive-through distributions at its on-site community cupboard in Indianapolis because of increasing need. The organization says the number of clients being served is up 50% from the start of the year. Gleaner says the drive-through system is a more efficient way to provide food staples to a larger number of people. This report is brought to you by That's Good HR, the secret ingredient to strategic staffing. Visit that'sgoodhr.com for more information. I'm Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.